So I reached Jubilees chapter 15 and realized that is where the rest of us and the Israelites part ways. Until that point, so an angel is explaining all this to Moses, who is writing it down, and explaining that before even mankind was created, there were observances such as the Sabbath. And so up until Abraham, all of mankind that wanted to be good in good relationship with our Creator would observe the Sabbath and Shavuot. It is the time that the Christians call Pentecost. I don't know why. That just never resonated with me. It's the renewing of the covenant. Us renewing the covenant that our Creator has with mankind. Noah observed this, and it is written up in the heavens. And so this is where the Noahide laws come from, and things like whatever you kill with, what you kill an animal with, what you kill another human being with, by that you will be killed. And an example that was shown is Cain, who killed his brother with a rock, died when his house, the rocks of his house, fell on top of him and killed him. And so that's why it's an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. But it is not for us to take out somebody else's eye. It is not for us to be pulling out somebody else's tooth. Our Creator has done that. And some people call that the law of karma. The angels are in charge of seeing to that at the right time and in the right place. And I received the understanding in the 23-24 season that the wheel of karma has been broken. So this is what's driving me to understand the new covenant and Shavuot, because I'm being moved. I'm being inspired to do this. This covenant's going to be instituted, and so I want to know how much of it will be recognized under the new covenant. The new covenant does not delete the law. It does not delete what is written on tablets in the heavens for the celestial realm as well. So the Jubilee, that is observed in the celestial realm. And so that is part of the law that is included, does not pass away. What other ones? Not consuming blood, that came before Abraham. What else? I had it all written down. I had another video done, but I didn't have enough room to retitle it, and I went in and just deleted all the videos and deleted them from trash, so I had storage space. And I forgot to leave the one I'd already recorded on this topic out of the deletion. Hey. So now we come to, do we observe these laws now? Yeah. However, we are not given the proper Sabbath if we're observing it on, according to the Gregorian calendar, every Friday, and we're living in accordance and assigning days by a 365 plus a leap year days, then that's an abomination. But people do it. That's how they feel clean. That's how they feel safe in right relationship with their Creator. We do not judge them for it. If they're open if they're brought to us and this understanding is asked for, then we can share with them that you don't place one day above another. And that brings us to the Christian teachings in Christendom about, all things are clean to those who are clean. You got to read the context, because immediately after it talks about obedience. So the point is, one of the Noahide laws that is being pitched. Now, we're not supposed to strike an animal. We're not supposed to kill an animal. It is the practice, apparently, in some places, or it was, if it is not now, that there was no refrigeration. They couldn't kill a cow and preserve the meat, so they would cut off a limb and consume that. We are not to look to people and say, who have been brought to us or who we have been brought to, and condemn them for it. We are not to judge them for it. These are the practices that they inherited from their ancestors. They're faithful, they're steadfast in their practices. That makes them a faithful and steadfast person. Now, if our Creator wants them to become faithful and steadfast in not harming animals in that way, then our Creator will make that possible. It will happen. It will be given. Until then, no judging. That's what it means. And the way that, each day is clean. Each day is serving a purpose. And when you read through the scriptures, you will hear people praying, oh my God, why have you brought this evil upon me? So anything against us is considered evil. Just like Satan means opposer. Satan's role, he's a spirit in governance over the spirits, given the job to steer people that our Creator does not want worshiping him away from him. False worship. Take the worship yourself, give it to the demons. I don't want these people's worship. Take them away, keep them away from me. And no spirit other than Yahuwah himself was over the Israelites. He would be their protector, their provider, and all of that. All the rest were given unto Satan. So Satan, the existence of Satan is good. It protects me. I've had people threaten my life. Unbeknownst to me, I didn't know until it was all over with, and somebody came and they said, oh, you must be happy. And I'm like, why? Oh, this person died. Oh, how horrible. I'm thinking, they were orphans. Her and her brother were orphans. Her brother stayed in our house for a short time. Then they went and stayed with their family. Their family must be distraught. And then they correct me. No, she had made a vow. She was on her way to a parole hearing, and when she was done with that parole hearing, she was going to come kill you. I had no idea this girl was my enemy. I don't know why. So I'm horrified. I want everybody to like me, because I don't want this kind of thing. I don't want anybody to want to kill me, because I don't want them to have to die, because I know that it's not all their fault necessarily. Like, people were made. She obviously had suffered through a lot of trauma. She's from a wealthy family. Oh, MK Ultra, you could just take that for granted. Or demon worship and that type of thing. And she was orphaned, moved to a new school with new kids. I'm not gonna be happy for her dying, but she was decapitated on the way to the parole hearing. That's Satan's job, to keep us safe. And so it is, no day is more evil than another. No day is more profane than another. It's just, if we know that our Creator has not given us this to do. If we're observing the Sabbath, but everything is going wrong, you're feeling grumpy, you're not feeling rejoicing, this was supposed to happen, if it's in your heart but you don't have the means, it is not given to you by God. If you have the means but it's not in your heart, it is not given to you by God. What would be profane is for you to do it anyways, or for you to neglect to do it. But are we to judge people who are doing this? No, that's the whole point. As I said, the people who practice cutting off an animal's legs instead of killing the whole animal because they don't have refrigeration. There are cultures in which they eat the dead so that their bodies can be incorporated back into the tribe. Cannibalism causes little funky stuff to happen in the brain. It causes insanity, disease, parasites. It will make somebody sick in the head. However, if the Creator, someone shows up on your doorstep, or you end up in the middle of a village out there somewhere where they're eating their dead, and they're like, oh, I saw you in a dream. You have, information. You have a message for us. What is it? Don't address those things first. We want people to feel safe. We want them to feel loved. We want them to feel accepted. And so we're not going to pick on them. Your head's not covered. Okay. In some cultures, it's just taken for granted. For example, nowhere in the law that I'm aware of, in the Torah, does it say women must cover their heads on account of the angels. Paul says that later. We hippie dope. Our hair's hippie dope because it's spiritual antenna, and so it shines and shows up in the spiritual world, and it's hippie dope to the angels. You cover your head. So us out here in the Western civilization, we don't know this, but according to the Torah given to Abraham, when a woman was accused of adultery, they were to uncover her head. Why would they have to inform you that the head has to become uncovered unless their heads are always covered? And so it's just one of those things that don't get spelled out because it's just taken for granted. Everybody knows. Since the angels fell, since the flood, all women cover their heads. Ooh, you don't want to be bait for that. And there's the practice too that comes out of like the Celtic tradition and stuff like that. Why men speak badly about their woman is because if they speak highly of them, it will draw the attention of the gods or the angels, the spirit beings. And so that's why it is the practice of men to speak very poorly of their women. I like to think we're past that. I like to think our head covering is enough, Just be humble. Don't be bragging, My woman's the most beautiful in the whole world. Whisper her that at night, okay? But are we going to judge somebody because they speak poorly about their woman? No, this is their culture. This is their practice amongst many circles of men. If they're not insulting you, they don't like you. Are you to judge them for that? Oh, I'm not going to associate with them. No, they've been brought to you. They're clean. Yeshua sent them to you. They're clean. His blood's going to cover that stuff, okay? So, I think that pretty much covers everything about the Noahide laws. The keeping of the days, we cannot keep them. But if somebody believes that they're doing right by keeping them, let them have it. That's not a bad thing. It means they're striving. It means they're endeavoring. And if they say, hey, why don't you practice these days? You explain it to them that because of the calendar, we don't know what day. That's been taken from us to know that day. But we're not going to miss a season if we are in tune with our Creator. We're in tune with the celestial bodies and the movements. And this is why it was given to me at this time to research Shavuot, what it means. Because it is the season for the renewing of covenants, the establishing of a new covenant with us as individuals, if it hasn't been established with us before. And The same thing in the fall. I always am given my spiritual harvest, that I'm able to experience it for a day, embody it for a day or two, and then it's taken up and stored for me up in heaven. My crown is taken up and stored for me up in heaven. And that's what Yeshua meant by store up the treasures in heaven. I've been accumulating these treasures. They're being stored for me. There's a place preserved for me. And that's great. But I'm aware when it happens. And it's not a date on the calendar that everybody necessarily is going to observe, because we aren't given to do that. And our Creator already said, I do not want sacrifice. I'm tired of sacrifice. Sacrifice doesn't do it for me. No more sacrifice. Yahushua, the last sacrifice, the only sacrifice ever needed, it's done. This whole sacrificing, killing of things, as if, because Scripture even says He does not want that anyone should die. There. And again, the emphasis is we want people to feel safe, to feel loved, to feel accepted. And how they grow is up to our Creator. When they grow, it's up to our Creator. And if we have a part in it, oh, what a blessing. We can show appreciation for that. That's the important part. And so, I hope you feel loved. I hope you feel appreciated for the role that you play.